This are not no play thing. Them have the thing lock. Welcome to That Barefoot Girl. How you doing out there? This is a place we discuss what? Woman things. And that can be anything, because we are usually what? The core in the middle of everything. Yeah, man. So you know how I like to water the seeds of positivity. Yeah, let it grow. So today is no different. And we're going to be bigging up and talking about the MTM family, which is Meet the Mitchells. Pure things them are going with me, I tell you. Pure things. And them deserve bigging up. You never check them out yet? Go on by YouTube and look up MTM family or Meet the Mitchells. You're in for a treat, my dear. Authentic Jamaican family. I love it. So make a go night now, dear. It was a blessed day when I was scrolling through YouTube and came across Tammy and Wayne talking about how they met. One piece of chemistry between both of them, my dear, was so evident and almost tangible. Listen, I love it from the get-go. Come and watch the whole thing, and just how they bouncing off of each other's jokes and, who did they look who and all of that. I say, by the time I done watch this episode, I'm already in love with them. So as I continue to watch this couple, I was privileged enough, like many of you guys, to see a lot of the inside of their lives. Because they have opened up their homes and their lives to us for the most part. And it has been a pleasant experience for me. I've learned a lot. I just love them vibes. So Wayne has a son, Gio, and that was before he got with Tammy. So now Tammy and Wayne are married. They have 3 boys of their own: Jackson, Atlas, and Oz. And a little precious little princess is on the way. Understand me now? Blessings all around. Now, also, there's a young man in the home, apart from the kids. We don't see him so much, but Alex. And Alex is Wayne's little brother. And then from time to time, we get to see Gio, because Gio comes and spends time with the family. So it's a big loving family. Now, right outside of that, you have the parents of Tammy, which is Pops and Nana. We call her Nana Fowl. That is the love name. So Pops is there, Nana is there, Auntie Tessie and all the other siblings that Tammy has, they're there. And Wayne also has yet another brother in England as well. And we get to see him a little bit when he comes on the program. We talk about Mama Mitch, Wayne's mom, very present and involved. And we have gotten a chance to hear about Papa Mitch and to see his picture. So we were introduced to Papa Mitch and a little of his ways and just how comical he was, So we got a little peek into Papa Mitch, even though he's not presently with us. He's resting. But we love him too, because we love the whole family. So what I see with this family is a big village. And I've mentioned family members. They're also friends, because you hear Tammy and Wayne talk about close friends who pick up a kid, drop a kid off here, or just did something for the kid. So their village is even an extension of their family or blood relatives. You get what I'm saying? Now, if you know anything about Jamaicans, we strongly have a village mentality. And I know things have changed a bit over the years, and that is all across the world. But primarily, a deep part of our culture is the village mentality. Simple as this. I remember growing up, or even when I had my kids and they were young. If I were going downtown, let's say I'm going shopping for something, a lot of times is when you're leaving, you carry the kid. You carry them probably with a snack sometimes. And you just carry the kid because that person, she has kids as well a lot of the times. And it's so informal. You just come, you knock, and you said, for instance, you said, Jackie, watch Kemar for me now. I'm going downtown. You want me to bring back anything for you? And she might say, if you see any nice ripe plantain, bring 2 for me. Something like that. Very informal. Or she might not even say she wants anything, but you still bring her something. It's just sort of, so it's like one hand washes the other. In Jamaica, we say one hand cannot clap. Try clap with one hand. It not gonna work. Unity. So at some point and in somewhere along the journey, we depend on the village. Either you're gonna, this person, they really do nice braids in kids' hair. You're not paying them, but you wash your child's hair and you send the child over there, and that person combs the hair and give them nice style that can last them for the whole week to go to school. The village. So babysitting and all of that wasn't a big thing for us. I know with young kids, a lot of times you take them to the daycare, which in Jamaica we used to call the creche. You remember that? Yeah. But it's that village mentality. We don't have to come up out of our pocket and pay for everything. You live good with people. One hand washes the other. So when I see this in this family, it's very refreshing to me, and it's very authentic, because that's who we are as Jamaicans. And I'm not saying other people across the world aren't doing this, but what I've seen so far, now that I've traveled outside of Jamaica, is that it's not common assault. This kind of liberty that we have in Jamaica, it's not common assault. It's not something that is just normally done. So we have something special, and this family is one of the families that is showing that this still exists and that it is actually workable. It can work. So I applaud MTM family. I applaud Meet the Mitchells, and I applaud their village, because Regina knows that our son is well loved and well taken care of, and she knows that if she pick up the phone and say, hey, 110% bucketive, full support. And she is the first son's mother, but yet still Tammy and her have a special loving relationship because they love their kids. They have something in common. They love each other. But when you have love, and when you grow with love, when you were shown love from the get-go, it's kind of hard for you not to be loving, kind of way. So kudos to Mama Mitch, Papa Mitch, Pops, Nana Fowl, and everybody who nurtured Tammy and Wayne, because now they have what it takes to freely give love and to really put love in action, because you always hear me say love is an action word. So kindness and patience, and so sometimes the pity them just drive them crazy, because let me tell you something, it's boys. I raised 2 boys, and yeah, most of the time they were quiet boys, but still, you know how boys are more energetic and the things they do. Got to love them. But the patience, the kindness, the firmness, and yet in all of that, letting those kids know that they have a voice. They can communicate their feelings, and if they're doing it in the wrong way, their parents are there to correct them. Their grandparents are there to correct them. They're surrounded by love. You can't put a price on that. So Wayne and Tammy, thank God they had parents that raised them to be who they are. As part of all their experiences, they have learned to function under love, which brings trust. So they trust those in their village. Now, the village doesn't have to be blood. The village just have to be people that love and care for you, and as an extension, care for those that you love. So they're nurturing this, and I really, really celebrate it. I celebrate their vibe toward each other. Each of them, Tammy and Wayne, they are professionals in their own right. They're entertainers, but yet still, there is no competition. They are a team, and we need that. We need team. We need team in families. We need team in relationships, and we need team even as friends. You need the supporters, and you need to realize that somebody has your back, full 100, right? And this is what I'm seeing here. And the parents of Tammy and Wayne must take some credit for this, because it's not easy for raise picnic. But when they come out to anywhere close to what you desire, and sometimes exceed what you even dreamt of, then you must thank God. You have to thank God. And then see, now it's the seeds are sown. So the little ones, them a grasp this, them a enjoy this, them a grow up on this, and them feel comfortable, and them know them comfort. Now, this family also raised the kids with a high respect for God. Because I remember there was an episode when they were in the car, and Atlas was saying something about God and rain, and he doesn't like whatever. And Tammy was quick to quiet that down and correct him. She said, no, don't say that. She said something like, that is being disrespectful to God. I love that. These people know that God is in the midst of their lives. You ever hear Tessie pray it? You ever hear Pops pray it? Come on, man. Them not too young for learn for honor God. Right? And their loving mother who them know say not steer them wrong is guiding them. Just like them father guide them and them grandparents. Even the rest of the village. I don't know what I'd do without the village, you know. Listen, I don't know what I would do without the village, especially when my children were young. I could take up the phone and call a family member. I could take up the phone and call a friend. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about this village thing. When you have people in your village that loves you, them not in it for one nothing. It's not for no gain for them. When people love you, you want to hold them in your village. I remember years ago, one of my sons was sick. We were not driving in Jamaica, right? We didn't have a car, and money was low. And I remember calling my friend, because I know she drives, and I said, can you take us to the doctor? And she said, oh, you know, I'm just leaving out to go somewhere. Can I send a taxi for you and pay the money? No, let me tell you something, you know. Nobody owes me anything. So when people stretch their hand to me, I am very grateful. Nobody has to do anything for me. I'm not a child. Not even my parents have to do anything for me. So when somebody does something for me or my child, it's because they care about me. And if they care about me, it means that they love me. And I appreciate that. I don't take that for granted. So these little things, if you stop and to count up how many times people have been good to you or your child throughout your years, you realize that you're not self-made and you didn't do it all by yourself. Somebody impacted your life. Somebody helped you. So the village thing, me no want that change out of our Jamaican culture. Okay, you have to be careful. Yes, you have to be careful. You have to use wisdom. But nobody can trick you upon love. You will know when somebody loves you. And henceforth loves your children. Let me tell you something. Tammy and Wayne both have entrepreneurship from their parents. And you see them putting this to good use. Through their humility. They never said they're too big to do something or whatever. COVID came and things were slow, and what? They reinvented themselves. And now they're wearing so many different caps. But it's all for the benefit of the family. So I say kudos to the whole family. But I say kudos to Tammy. Because quietly, she's doing her thing. And it's a lot of work. So I remember watching an episode of Meet the Mitchells where Tammy was talking about the YouTube space and doing a YouTube channel and stuff like that. And she just simply said, if this is something that you've always wanted to do, go ahead and do it. YouTube is a friendly space. And I tell you, the way in which she said it resonated with me. It was like a boost, it was encouragement, and it was just telling us that you can do it. You know, if you really want to do it, do it. And so I took that and I ran with it. And I know my channel is fairly new, but my husband and I had started a little channel where we did a few videos and so had some fun, learned some stuff. And then now I feel bold enough to launch my own channel. So it is the responsibility of the parents to formulate a stable, loving, supportive environment. Children feed off of that, right? So if it is rocky and tumultuous, them are gonna feel it. Depending them are gonna under pure stress. So it is the responsibility of the parents to set this tone, and they can only really do that if they truly love each other, meaning everything that comes with love, treating each other kindly, being patient, all of that good stuff. So when these kids have this foundation, it's a beautiful thing. Because family is very important, and your immediate family setting is very, very important. Now, a part of Tammy's family is Momo. What would she do without Momo? You know, Momo is her right hand. I mean, Wayne is our ride or die, but Momo is our right hand. So Momo is a big blessing in their family. Big up yourself, Momo. Family is very important, man. And I stepped out on the road just to talk to a few people about family.
Do you think that there is a role for the father
yeah,
in the home?
Of course.
Regardless if has the money or no or not.
There's always a role for the father. There's certain things that the father could do that the mother can't do.
There's
certain things that the mother could do that the father cannot do.
And the kids, they need that balance.
They need that balance. Because to me, there's no way, hands down, the father is going to be the type of nurturer that the mother's going to be. The baby comes from the mother.
Yeah.
So
they have their have their roles.
Yeah, they both have their roles.
And the kids need that.
Yeah.
With the media and everything and society at large, do you think they're diminishing the role of the man in the home?
Well, yes, of course. Because I mean, if you look at the court systems, they normally tend to side with the mother. The way how to diminish the man's role is that he's just there to be the provider.
Yeah,
he's not there.
So value is not placed in all the other aspects of him being a man and being a father and being even a provider of different aspects of the care that the child may need or the family needs.
He's just a check cutter, and I think that's done. I think that's done consciously, honestly, to tell you the truth.
How do you feel, or what do you think about or showing emotions? Do you think that it's okay for them to say, "Hey, Dad, I love you," and hug you?
Oh yeah,
your
of course.
son to hug you, or hug his mom, or your daughter to hug you, and stuff, and you hug them, pray.
Absolutely, I think now is even more accepted as opposed to back then. But now, as we have evolved, we realize that there is nothing wrong with a person showing their raw emotions. That doesn't make you any less of a man. There's nothing wrong with it now, whereas 20, 30, 40 years ago, circumstances wouldn't allow us to
embrace that as something that's a norm.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good.
You have siblings?
Yes.
Do you think it would be more fun or better if you did not have siblings, or that you have siblings? Which one?
I like having siblings.
You like having siblings. Do they get on your nerves?
Yes.
But you love them anyway, right?
Yes.
What's one of the most important things in family, do you think?
Happiness.
So you guys are sisters?
Mm-hmm.
And who's older?
Crystal.
And who gets on whose nerve?
Crystal.
The most.
Crystal.
Do you think that it would be better if you didn't have siblings and if you were like the only child and had everything by yourself?
Not really, because I feel like some people are the only child, like lonely.
Yeah.
Sometimes they like always want siblings.
Yeah. So at least you can get away. You can get in your room, close the door if you want to have a moment by yourself, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So what's most important to you? in your family?
Spending time and
Loyalty.
Loyalty?
and
Yeah.
bonding time.
Okay. So when you say loyalty, you mean like somebody having your back at all times? Yeah. Does mom and dad allow you guys to really express yourself?
What do you mean?
Like talk to them about anything, and
Kind of.
if you're feeling a certain way, you can voice that.
Yeah.
And who's gonna go to Jamaica with your mom?
Me.
Ooh, does she know that?
No, you're not.
Hey, mama.
Hey, auntie.
Hey, in relationships in the family, what's one of the most important thing that you think to kind of keep the family together? What's one of the most
Spending time together.
spending time together
Spending time together.
in terms of everybody or just you and your
Like
husband?
everybody. Okay. Like make time for you and the kids and your husband, and make time for you and your husband only. So, like spend time. Yeah, have like me time or you and your husband time. Or the kids with the kids time, like sometimes
general
I take,
family time.
Yeah,
Okay,
sometimes
okay.
I take the girls to
That
go
is
get their
important.
nails done. Spend time with them, we talk, stuff like that. Yeah.
That's definitely important.
Mhm.
Do you ever think it's necessary to take like one of the girls out by herself and give her her own time?
No, I give the three of them time together so that that time the three of them will be bonding to
Bonding
while they
and
bonding
enjoy
with me.
spending time
Yeah,
together
so,
out.
yeah,
Yeah,
I like them
okay.
to spend time together so that they can bond and as family and sisters.
So do you treat your son differently? You do. You do.
I try not to.
So how about allowing your kids to express themselves, like whatever is on their mind, and if they want to.
Oh yeah, that is definitely number one thing, right? I always tell them, tell me whatever. I try to listen to them because at the end of the day, if they don't tell you, they'll go and tell somebody outside, and that might not turn out very nice. So
They might get the wrong advice.
exactly, I let them express themselves. I let them talk to me about every single thing. Everything, yes.
All right, mama.
Everything, whatever thing that happened in the school,
wanna
anywhere,
know.
the first they'll be like, Mommy, let me tell you something. And they'll just tell me. Yes. And
It's a good
I
thing.
appreciate
It's-
that.
yeah,
We
And
keep
they're
that.
open with you.
We
Yeah.
keep that communication open.
So tell me one thing. Have you ever been to Jamaica?
No, but I really wanted to go.
And you're planning to go when?
I'm planning to go next year, my birthday.
All right, good. See you then.
I will see you at Jamaica. I will go to Kingston, right? Then I will eat some fried fish and all the good food.
So what do you think, guys? People are people all over the world. Everybody wants love and security in their family. You listen to the kids? Family time. Loyalty. And them words that the kids them a use. The mom, did you hear her talk about keeping the line of communication? Because family is very important. One of the things that Tammy and Wayne has shown us is that it is okay to step out of your comfort zone, to reinvent yourself and to keep growing. Getting to your next best self, your next level. It is okay. And I like that they share it in such a way that makes us feel comfortable. We can relate to them. We can relate to their everyday life. I mean, it's not no pretty up or whatever. It's just if you are Jamaican, you can recognize this program as an authentic Jamaican family. Just the everyday things that them do. Look, the kids them walk up and down in them brief. And normal things that when my kids have grown, thousands of Jamaicans throughout the years. Even little girls, sauce a panty because the time hot. Sauce a brief because the time hot. You know what I'm saying? So these little things just draw you to them. And I'm glad for it. And I believe that this has strengthened me even in my approach as I venture out into YouTube. So kudos to the family again. Big up yourself. Big up everybody involved. And enough love. Keep doing what you're doing. Be that village that you want to have. And let's water the seeds of positivity. Because we can only go up from there. So kudos to this family. Go and raise the picnic them under God. Go on, give them a voice, be their parents, and continue to hang on to your village. Who's your village? Do you believe in the village? Have you benefited from the village? Are you a part of a village? So I hope you love the content of this video, and don't be afraid to comment. Actually, I want you to comment. I want the interaction. See you next time. Remember, like, subscribe, and share. Share the video, okay? And hit that notification bell. Remember, if you have not subscribed, please, I'm asking you, subscribe to my channel, okay? We gotta let this grow.